Iran is demilitarizing the USA. With yet another war in the Middle East, the United States made a huge miscalculation in striking Iran, under the false assumption that the government in Tehran would collapse with a simple decapitation strike. This unwise move was motivated primarily by arrogance, but also lack of education. The leadership in Tel Aviv and Washington have no understanding of history or geopolitics, believing their own lies, and with their backs to the wall, their only option was to attack Iran. A peaceful compromise is not on the table for these warmongers. They cannot accept a state that is not under their control. And lacking in military strategy, their decision was more of a gamble, and they've gone all in. As a result, and despite the clear warnings from Tehran, which were repeated time and time again, the American bases in the region are getting systematically destroyed, and Israel is at the receiving end of full Iranian retaliation. Iran is doing exactly what they promised in the event of an attack on their nation, and thus none of what's happening should come as a surprise. This entire operation to destroy Iran has completely backfired, not only strategically and militarily, but economically, as Iran asserts control over the most important energy choke point on the planet, forcing oil and gas exports to come to a grinding halt, which is having grave consequences not just for the GCC, but for the collective West, and even the entire global economy. In starting this war of aggression, the US is now getting pushed out of West Asia, with its bases in flames, from Erbil in Iraq to Al Dhafra in Abu Dhabi. Unless the Epstein coalition can achieve a decisive victory over Iran, which is extremely unlikely, then these bases will never be rebuilt, meaning the US military presence in the region will be gone forever. Iran is in the process of completely evicting US forces, putting the Arab petromonarchies at serious risk of regime change, as their guarantor will no longer be able to protect them, not from Iran, but from their own people who despise them. This war has proven that the US military is completely ineffective at defending not only its so-called allies, but its own assets, with all its bases on fire, highly advanced radar systems destroyed, and billions of dollars worth of hardware completely obliterated. All efforts have been focused on defending Israel, and even that's failing. Iran has exposed the USA as a paper tiger, and the empire's European vassals are as weak and ineffective as the Gulf states, with token militaries that are no match for the resistance. Also, they've handed over most of their weapons to the Ukrainian army, which continues getting chewed up by the Russian bear. The collective Western power bloc has been reduced to an empty shell, with no land army worth mentioning, a navy that's forced to stay out of range, making it completely useless, leaving just the Air Force as its only means by which it can continue fighting. But even this has limits. Once the air defenses run out of interceptors, the skies will be completely open for Iranian missiles and drones. There will quite literally be nothing preventing them from reaching their targets. All the logistical support hubs, maintenance services, aviation fuel depots, and delivery systems will be damaged or destroyed. The warplanes may be protected on the ground when parked in hardened aircraft shelters, but if they can't fly, they're of no use. The longer this war continues, the more resources will be drained from the American empire, which is relying on outdated World War II-era technology and military doctrine, something that still worked in the 1990s, but it's 2026 and the world has changed. Hypersonic anti-shipping missiles have put the aircraft carrier in checkmate. The arrogance of the empire blindsided those in charge, who believed no opposition could ever confront them on even terms, let alone develop superior weapons. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, please consider subscribing. Please also share and leave a like. It's free and it helps the channel. Also, a big thank you to all of you who have very kindly donated. I very much appreciate your generosity, as this channel is demonetized. For one-off donations, it's easy. I accept PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee, or even crypto. Links are in the description. Until next time.